Hey everyone, so the article I read was about accounting firm Resnick being in advanced talks to sell a majority stake to the private equity firm Apex Partners. Basically, this would value Resnick at around $2 billion and would be their first time taking money from private equity. What I found interesting is how this shows a bigger shift that's happening in the accounting industry. A lot of firms like Grant Thornton, Baker Tilly, and Eisner Amper have already taken on private equity investors in the last few years. The reason is pretty simple. Accounting firms are dealing with a mix of partner retirements, expensive tech investments, and a shortage of accountants. So instead of relying only on partner capital, they're bringing in outside investors to free up cash for technology, acquisitions, and hiring. So the article also mentioned how private equity firms are drawn to accounting because of the steady reoccurring revenue from things like audits and tax services. The goal for investors like Apex isn't to change what the firms do, but to help them grow faster, usually by buying up smaller accounting practices and merging them together. We talked about this in class, merging and acquisitions. It's kind of like what private equity has done in other industries like car washes, plumbing, and they consolidate smaller players to scale up. From an accounting perspective, this kind of activity also ties directly into the concept like goodwill, and also, as I mentioned, mergers and acquisitions. When a firm like Resnick acquires smaller practices, they often pay more than the fair value of the company's net asset. And that extra amount they pay is the goodwill, is the premium they're paying for the firm's, for example, reputation, client relationships, or brand value, basically intangible assets that you aren't sure how to measure by value, if that makes sense. But yeah, overall, the article helped me see how traditional accounting firms are transforming through private equity backing, and they don't just survive, but they position themselves for larger mergers and future expansion.